I was super excited to check out this film. And the main reason is because I am such a fanboy for Michael Jai White. And I could not wait to check this film out. Let's jump into the review of his new film, The Commando. What's up, folks, and welcome back to the channel today for another review. And today we're going to be reviewing a film, The Commando, which is going to be on demand and digital January 7th. Now, if you are a fan of Michael Jai White, then you absolutely know what to expect from him. He gives you really poised emotion. He can play all different types of characters, but more or less, the martial arts and the choreography is going to be top tier. And that's what I'm always here for. That's what I'm signing up for. And the fact that it is a Saban Films production, this only tells me one other thing. That is absolutely going to have some martial arts in it. I mean, at this point now, being a Saban's film, they have a reputation of putting out films that I enjoy. And they usually use a lot of my favorite actors in the business. So I'm just automatically a little bit biased towards wanting to check it out, even if it's at some type of inconvenience. But this one I was happy, very happy, for a lot of reasons here. Number one, Michael Jai White, as I stated. Number two, the co-star in this, Mickey Rourke, who is legend. So, right now I'm automatically doing a mathematical equation of saying, at some point, they gotta fight. They gotta fight, because I need it. And then this just is the icing of the cake for me, along with a lot of good other people in the cast. But a name that really stood out to me is one of my favorite UFC fighters in Donald Cowboy Cerrone, who's been in a lot of good films recently, in all different types of roles, very minimum roles, cameos, and some of them he's actually a stunt person there, But come on now, you got Donald Cowboy Cerrone in the same film as Michael Jai White. My fingers are crossed the entire time saying, please let them fight, please let them fight, please let them fight. And it took an hour and 20 minutes for it to happen, but it happened, and was I satisfied for sure. So, man, this film had a lot of the recipe of things that I enjoy, so I did enjoy it for that. The plot now here, you have Michael Jai White's character, who is an elite DEA agent. He just comes off of a mission that was failed. He now returns home with his family, and he is truly dealing with PTSD. So he's seeing the therapist and all of that, and he's really trying to deal with this by still being a family man. Mickey Rourke's character is locked up, but is soon to be released, and his first mission upon being released is to not only relink with his gang members, but he has some money stashed somewhere that he needs to reclaim, and also a relic of his wife, the only thing that he has left of her. Well, it happens that all of that stuff happens to be within the home of Michael Jai White's character, which they don't know that it's there. So this becomes a mission of survival versus people who are trying to sit here and, shall I say, extract their belongings. So there's that. So it's a head-to-head battle, good versus evil here, good versus bad, whatever you want to call it. And that is what makes for a good film of forget the plot. Let's get down to the action here. And again, the choreography with the action was good. I thought the acting was pretty solid. There was a lot of new names I wasn't familiar with. There was moments that I completely wasn't invested in, but in terms of people capturing scenes and having focal, but really not doing anything with it. But I really didn't mind at all, because I knew what I wanted out of this film, and I knew what this film was going to deliver, and that it did execute. So when it came down to the combat, the hand-to-hand action, even the gunfights, they were all very solid. The beginning scene sets the tone. And then it just gets better and better. And then, you know, when you finally get Michael Jai White to drop the guns and hand to hand, you know it was going to be top tier. But like, he just put on a amazing performance the entire duration of the film. And then, like I said, with people like Mickey Rourke in it as well too, you know, he gives you this intimidating presence. But when it's time for him to get down and dirty, he does as well too. The gore's pretty solid in this. The kills are pretty good. The score was pretty good. And the set location that where this all happened, especially in the closed areas in which some of these the fights were going down at, it was all pretty good. I really didn't have a problem with this at all. I thought that I was very, very entertained. And by all means, this film is not without flaw. There was definitely some notable moments where you seen some editing blemishes. Like, there was one scene in particular where I'm pretty sure somebody was holding a gun with a silencer, and then the next scene the silencer was gone, and then the next scene the silencer was back. And the reason why you focus on something like that is because you realize that is everybody's trying to fill around and kind of trying to be low key into finding their target. And so silencers to prevent people from being notified from where you at, but without a silencer, it's kind of obvious that a gunshot went off. So like, these things are important because you start to pay attention to detail where, like, if somebody's only like 10 meters from you and a gunshot go off and they didn't react, you're just like, well, what? You didn't hear that? You know, because you're paying attention to these things because you want to see, you know, this battle between one another. How does it all play out and how does one survive, you know? And all these tactics are very important here. So, but it's nothing to nitpick because at the end of the day, as I said, the action is very solid and it's exactly what I signed up for. So, but hey, I can't tell you enough. If you're a fan of Michael Jai White or any of the other people that I've named, check it out. And even if you're not, I think this is a very good popcorn-filled film to kick back, watch a family in distress as their father and husband comes to save the day. And there's some good moments in it. There definitely is. You definitely will laugh. You definitely would chuckle. You definitely would have your jaw dropped at certain scenes. I mean, man, there were some really crazy things that happened. Should I say memorable things? Like, there's one scene in particular I definitely will remember how that kill was executed for a while. But hey, but yeah, check it out. Jump in the comments and let me know your thoughts about it. And as always, stay tuned for more reviews very soon.